Cool day. So we came down to see if we can get something of a head count here. I think another half a dozen arrived this morning. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit and watch them flying around and taking up residence in our housing here available for them this spring and summer. Okay, now all of a sudden they become quiet, just as I want them to go into action. They've decided to become quiet here. Hi, Danny, how are you? I'm well. We're doing very well here. How are you doing where you are in Germany? Staying healthy, I hope. John Hardy, morning to you. Thank you for joining. The boss. Yeah, it's great to see them back again. Yeah, the first arrivals were on April 7th. And here on the 11th, I think we've had another half a dozen arrive this morning. So they're taking up residence now. Oh, that's good, Danny. You can limit your shopping to every 4 or 5 days. That certainly will help out. That's what we're trying to do here. We go to the store every 5 to 6 days now. Stay isolated in place right here at our home. Well, thank you, John. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's very nice here. Very enjoyable. Cool April morning. The temperature's only in the low 50s Fahrenheit, but it's supposed to get up to mid 50s today and maybe even 60 Fahrenheit tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, so you got a little soreness from jogging out there long distances, hey? Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on these guys, on this house. Show you what's going on here. Now they're arriving back from Brazil. In other words, the purple martens are making their way back to the site here from their overwintering in Brazil. And these are birds who have successfully bred here in past seasons. So they return to the same sites. The term that's used for that is called site fidelity. If a purple marten successfully breeds at a particular site and it survives the round trip to Brazil and back, it will come back to the very same site for its lifetime, which is about 8 to 10 years. And then, of course, succeeding generations carry on. Danny, that's something I commented that on the other day. Yeah, the air quality in Los Angeles Basin is obviously quite dramatic, where you can see the San Gabriel Mountains out in the background. I commented about it here in our area on eastern Long Island, how the sky seems to be so much clearer. And I noticed it the other night when I was out after dark. I went out to do a video of the super moon, and just before the moon came up, I was looking at the stars, and I saw stars that I haven't seen in years. There's certainly a heck of a lot less jet contrails in the air. I mean, obviously there's still jet traffic, but certainly nothing like it has been in the past. Now let me pinch down here. Let's do this. Sorry for that tilting there, gang, with zoomed in. I have to zoom out of there. There we go. We'll go to full width and we'll just look around the area here. Now there's an airplane traveling overhead right now. You might hear it in the background noise, but that's just a local twin engine turboprop or something flying here. Or somebody out just from a local airport that's decided to go up in the morning and play Sky King. We have a local airport nearby for small private planes. Oh yes, yeah, cargo, or certainly people who have been stuck overseas trying to get home. Yeah. But you can, as you can see, there are very, very few clouds in the sky right now. And the sky has a much richer blue color. But let's look at our babies here. This is what we came down to see this morning. Here we are. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that house. 1 on this house up here, 6, and a few more flying around. Now, as they arrive over the next 4 to 6 weeks, what will happen is these birds will start to pair up for the season. And when the weather gets a little warmer, and therefore the insect supply increases, they will mate for the season, and then they will choose a nesting site. Female will lay a clutch of eggs in each cavity, 4 to 6 purple martin eggs. And then the incubation period for the eggs is about 16 days. And then after the eggs hatch, all within 24 to 48 hours of each other, then they raise their little ones inside the cavities here, and that takes about 28 days until the little baby birds are big enough to come out and make a first flight. So along in late June, early July is when we start seeing the new baby purple martins for this season make their appearance. Just beautiful here today, folks. Cool. Still a little bit of a cool breeze, but we can handle that. This is looking to the south out over toward the Atlantic Ocean, and the air is clear all the way out to sea with this northwest wind. Yeah, thanks for your comments, folks. Appreciate you joining me this morning. Okay, this is just a short broadcast. I had a few going off in flight now. I was going to say short broadcast, but just as I said that, they went on one of their group flights. The whole flock will take off at one time, swooping out over the water. And believe it or not, even with the breeze and the cool weather, they are catching insects on the fly. Purple martens, which are swallows, are aerial insectivores. 99.9% of their feeding is taking insects on the fly. Well, thanks, Danny. I appreciate that. Yeah, we really enjoy it here. It's quiet, peaceful, beautiful. And I'll turn around the old 115-year-old house, 116-year-old house is having a little painting maintenance done on it today, this weekend, since the weather is good for that. So we keep after it. Try to keep the old house looking good and maintained as best we can. All right, boss. Thank you. You stay safe too, please. Everybody, wherever you are, be well, stay safe, and we'll all get through this. We don't know how long it's going to take here where we are in New York or the rest of the country. I mean, New York was particularly hard hit here in America. And now where I am in Suffolk County, the numbers are going up rapidly. But hopefully they're going to be leveling off. You know, thousands and thousands of cases reported. And unfortunately, sadly, many, many deaths and so forth. Okay, good people. Thanks again. We will keep an eye on our purple martens over the coming days as we see more and more arrive here. We'll check their progress out during the season here. Look at this. You can see how close I can get to them. Distance-wise, I'm only about, let's say about 15 feet away from them right now. And they are used to my presence here. They certainly are not afraid and flying off when I come down here to see them. They know this is their summer home. The Waldorf Astoria Towers here for purple martens in our area for the summer. Where is the nest cam link? Well, they do exist. If you look up, just look up purple martens on the internet or webcams. I think Erie, Pennsylvania, the Purple Marten Conservation Association has cameras inside gourds and inside the cavities where during the whole season you can see the progress of what's going on inside a nest. I would start there. Look up Purple Marten Conservation Association on the internet and search for nest cam, something like that. Naboul, how are you today? All the best to you in France. We were just down here enjoying our latest arrival of purple martens on their migration back from Brazil, back here to North America for the breeding season at our particular location. So this is early, still early in the season, but the first waves of birds are now starting to arrive. The ones you see right on these perches are what we call mature male martens, or ASY is the designation, after second year. So these are the birds who are back here at least in their third season. What happens is between year 2 and year 3 of their life in Brazil, they molt. and then the males become this deep iridescent purple color, solid. It looks like a blackbird, but it's really a deep purple. And the females have gray breasts, gray coloring, so that's how you tell the difference between the males and the females. Now the one just went into a gourd, and they'll check that out and they'll say, hey, I'd like to claim this one for the summer. And once they claim a nest, a pair of birds claim a nest, then they will protect that, and they'll chase off interlopers and people who try to sneak in on their nest. But it's a social bird gathering here. I mean, they live in these communal settings. And they eat tons of insects. That's what they're here for. Okay, folks, thank you very much for joining me today, this morning. Let me just tilt down slowly, if I can, to show you, pan around one more time around here on our beautiful April 11th. Don't get ahead of yourself, Jim. It's not 18th yet, it's the 11th. Although, truthfully, people, I'd like to wish this April away if it means we're making progress with COVID-19. All right, thanks again, everybody. We'll be back on the air one of these fine days. Take care, folks.